Diddy has been arrested for what he claims defending his son during a UCLA football practice. Now, he has been charged with 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of making terrorist threats. Interesting what it takes to be a so-called terrorist in this country, and 1 count of battery. So what happened? A source told TMZ that the rapper took issue with strength and conditioning coach Sal Alosi, who was screaming intensely at his son on the field. Diddy allegedly swung at the coach with a kettlebell, but narrowly missed him. Now, kettlebell is, of course, it's a weight. It's like a circular weight that has a handle on it, and of course, it could do some serious damage. Authorities say that no one was seriously harmed or injured. There could be some injuries, but we don't have anyone elaborating on what those injuries could be. All we know is no one is seriously hurt. Nonetheless, campus police actually apprehended him, and then he was later sent to a local jail where he posted bail, and now he's free. But he's facing some serious charges, including making terroristic threats.
So first of all, the kettlebell, as you said, is very heavy. It's metal. It's ironically heavy metal. Not the kind of thing that P. Diddy normally engages in. Now, swinging at somebody with that thing could do some serious damage.
Yes.
Right. Now, should they have arrested him for that? Yeah. I mean, look, we're a little affected by the fact that he missed, that he didn't. If he had hit that guy in the head with it, okay, he's in a world of trouble. He should be in a world of trouble. But it's just because you missed doesn't mean that it's not a crime. It is a crime.
It absolutely is a crime, yes.
So now the terroristic threat, it sounds funny because like Dylan Roof, the FBI says, is not a terrorist. But all of a sudden, P. Diddy takes a swing at a football coach and he's making terroristic threats. But let's be clear about that. The reality is that's a technical legal phrase. It means when you say you're going to hurt someone and you make a threat along those lines. Mm-hmm. So if Dylan Roof, before he shot all the people in the church in Charleston, had said, "I'm going to kill you all," he would have also been making terroristic threats. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it just sounds funny. But in this case, I don't know how big a deal I would make out of it. I'm curious what your opinion on it is because, like, first of all, he's an idiot. Oh, come on, dude. I played football. Not a big deal. So, honorable mention, all-county middle linebacker in high school.
Okay, so what was the question?
But literally not a big deal.
It really
honorable mention. Okay, 4th at best in the county.
Let's move
on. All right, anyway. Yeah, of course, your football coaches yell at you. They're football coaches. What kind of football coaches wouldn't yell at you? And you're going to sit there and get all pouty about P. I guess he's P. Pouty. And oh, no, you yelled at my son. Oh, I'm going to get so mad. So am I against it? Yeah, of course I'm against it. Should he do some hard time? I don't know, man. This is just a stupid thing to do.
I don't know if he's found guilty, I don't know what the usual sentence is for this, okay? But I think that he should be treated the same way any other regular human being would be treated in a case involving assault with a deadly weapon. Mm-hmm. With that said, his camp is arguing that we don't know all the details and that what the coach did and what the coach was saying was a lot more extreme than what's being portrayed in the media. We don't know those details, but regardless, I don't care if someone is in your face cussing you out. You do not have any right to grab any type of lethal object and assault someone with it. You just don't.
Yeah. Now look, if he said something, let's say, I don't know, make up maybe kind of the worst case scenario and say that it was racial, right? Mm-hmm. And you get upset. You still can't swing at the guy. You just
legally speaking. This isn't even opinion. This is just legally speaking.
Yeah, you just don't get into it. When adults get into a fight, it could end very, very poorly, right? Let alone the fact that it's illegal. Don't do it. Now, at the same time, sometimes we overcharge in this country. We've talked about it before. Assault with a deadly weapon. You know, like I've seen now, like, you know, guys attacking with spatulas, and they're like deadly weapon. You never know that spatula.
No, well, a kettlebell is a deadly weapon. You can easily give someone a concussion, or you could just easily kill someone if you bang them over the head with it.
Overall, I'm not buying it. No, I don't. Look, I'm buying the assault, no question, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm even buying the terroristic threat because he apparently threatened him, if those allegations are true, right? But it's a deadly weapon if he used it as a deadly weapon, right? So a car could be a deadly weapon if you run somebody over at 60 miles an hour, right? But it's not necessarily a deadly weapon if you push someone into a car, right? Well, if the car's not moving, right? So it depends on how you use it. If a guy swings a kettlebell at me and hits me in the arm, I'm pissed, and it's an assault. Did he intend to kill me? Nah, he didn't intend to kill me. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Context matters.
And I remember what I was going to say. Look, Diddy's not going to serve any time in prison for what he did. Okay, this is going to be a perfect example of what we talk about all the time, two-tier justice system. He has the resources necessary to strike a plea deal and prevent any type of time in prison. So he's going to be fine. The question is, what happens with the vast majority of people who face charges like this, but they just don't have the resources to hire the absolute best lawyer who's going to strike a plea deal? So he's not going to be in prison. So at the end of the day, you're going to get what you want. But, you know, I just wish that there was a little more uniformity in the way people are treated when it comes to cases like this. Because assault with a deadly weapon is a serious charge. 3 charges of assault with a deadly weapon is even worse. And it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
And finally, just reserve some degree of judgment, because to me at least, it matters if he's just wildly swinging and full of shit, or if he actually swung at his head and barely missed.
Right.
Right? And for some of you, you might think it might matter what the guy said. To me, it doesn't matter that much. But he did spend some time, at least at UCLA lockup, such as it is, which is more than what most celebrities get.
That's true.